I feel on top of the world, 1,200 metres above the beautiful Mediterranean, and about to start a week of Turkish adventures in the region around Dalaman. Dalaman is located in the southwest of the country, giving access to some of the most captivating stretches of the Turkish Mediterranean shore. The first time I touched down here, like many travellers, I was enticed by blue skies, blue seas and idyllic beaches, yet the allure goes much deeper. Above the coastline rises a range of mountains, promising activities on land and water, cycling, hiking and rafting through spectacular surroundings. Come here for indulgence, stay for inspiration.
There's so much more to Turkey than just sitting on the beach and eating. Wherever you will go in Turkey, you still have the fabulous views and the fabulous people.
I want to show you the top hidden adventures that await you after a 4-hour flight from the UK, starting, in my case, by taking off again in the care of one of Turkey's top paragliders, Ali Yeşil. Okay, so here we are. We are 1,200 metres high.
Yes.
We are going to be heading to sea level, and we will just have this to take us.
Yes.
This fairly flimsy material is going to transport us both down to the Mediterranean, including a significant case of fear of heights in my particular case. The summit of Baba Day is an ideal location for doing something completely against human instinct, stepping off a mountain and into the unknown. So I'm being strapped into a chair. This is very exciting. So I can actually sit down.
Yes.
Okay. Feels a lot more comfortable than a budget airline. And even though I am sitting in the front, you are doing the driving. Is that right? We call that a back seat driver.
Yeah.
To get airborne, you simply run towards the edge of the mountain. What could possibly go right? Let's see. Here we have the perfect combination of wind,
Yes.
of gravity, of sun, of sea, of land, and I feel very, very calm and in very good hands. The first principle of paragliding is to attach yourself to the atmosphere with sufficient fabric to counteract most of the gravitational force that would normally drag you down to Earth. The pilot's art is to harness to maximum effect the complex air currents that swirl between the mountains and the sea, while simultaneously instilling confidence in the passenger and adding extra thrills such as tight spiral turns producing G-forces with out-of-this-world sensations. All too soon it's a matter of navigating safely down to ground level and a runway that's a patch of lawn beside the Mediterranean. With an expert pilot and ground crew, you touch down as a gentle full stop to your aerobatic adventure. Let me try to tell you what this is like. You have no right to be there as a human soaring like a bird, spiralling down the whole crumbling mountains melting into the turquoise sea. I've never felt anything like it. Sheer freedom. Thank you, Captain.
Have a nice day.
Very good.
Bye-bye.
Every good hike begins with a single step, or indeed a giant leap. The story so far. From the harbour at Fethiye, I've taken an early morning boat along the shore to a hidden cove that gives access to some superb hiking. The location is Butterfly Valley, with a few modest places to eat and drink by the shore, and an ancient path that snakes through shady woodland and between the hills, offering challenging and rewarding hiking. As the trail steepens, the walls of the valley narrow into a gorge, with tenacious trees clinging to the almost sheer rock faces above you. Thankfully, there's plenty of places where you can stop and rest and remind yourself of the sheer scale and beauty of the planet. Heading back to the beach is even more rewarding. It's downhill and the view opens up before you to impressive effect. I love hiking in the cool of the morning because when you come back down from the canyon, well, the beach is looking beautiful and you can enjoy the sunshine with your coffee. You can carry on into the hills and actually follow the Lycian Way for hundreds of kilometres all the way to Antalya. But I think I might just settle back in a hammock and wait for my ship to come in. Or seek the views of fellow holidaymakers like Julia Drayton.
Beautiful walks, it's historical, yes, beautiful beaches, but there's so much more you can do. I definitely recommend it.
My next adventure begins beside the marshy delta of the DALYAN River, which winds from the mountains down to the sea, past the town of DALYAN, a favourite hideaway for connoisseurs of good living. You could just decide that DALYAN is a lovely place to spend a couple of weeks enjoying the relaxed ambience and feeling close to nature. But just across the DALYAN River is an extraordinary piece of history. Rock tombs that were created 2,500 years ago, and they are still amazing sights today. This was the location for the town of Kaunas, a strategic port for the Karyan people who lived in the region in the 4th century BC. They had a flourishing sea trade and evidently prospered sufficiently to be able to create elaborate temple-like tombs, carved painstakingly from the sheer cliff walls and bequeathed by the creators to 21st century travellers. DALYAN is also the departure point to witness one of the greatest conservation success stories for generations. Here's a monument to June Haymoff. She was the British woman who, in 1975, came to DALYAN and learnt about the loggerhead turtles and the fact that they were at some danger. She then devoted her life to caring for these creatures and protecting their environment. And, well, she died aged 99, and they immediately put up a monument to Captain June. The focus of her work was Isuzu Beach, best approached by boat. The journey downstream from DALYAN is rewarding enough, carving carefully through the marshes towards an alluring strip of sand where the DALYAN Delta meets the sea. On one side, fresh river water, on the other, the saltwater Mediterranean. One of the most beautiful beaches in Turkey, and yet there's no development here, and there's a very good reason for that. This beach is one of the last remaining places in the Mediterranean where the loggerhead turtle, known as Caretta caretta, can lay its eggs. Therefore, the Turkish government protects it, and there are very strict rules about what can and can't be done here. Thanks to the efforts of Captain June and other environmentalists, Isuzu Beach is preserved as one of the leading nesting grounds for loggerhead turtles. And you might also make friends with the local feline population. One more treat in the immediate vicinity of the DALYAN Delta, delving beneath the waves in a bay with a heavenly setting where the forest-clad mountains crumble into the Mediterranean. Even in the height of summer, you can find secluded coves in which to cool off in the sea. This is a superb place to go snorkelling or diving, partly because of the crystal clear turquoise water, but also because I understand it's possible to have an archaeological undersea adventure. I'm going snorkelling with an experienced diver, Nigel, in search of submerged relics. I hope this is going to be fantastic. For millennia, the sea was the main means of transportation, and many ports were established along the Mediterranean coast. Most are long abandoned, but evidence of their past glories are waiting to reward the explorer with a good pair of flippers. Rummaging through the past gives you a connection with the ancients, allowing you to explore the surviving fragments that shine through from their world. And it gives you something else, a sense of life slowing down as you navigate in what feels like glorious slow motion through the deep, clear waters. Whether you're snorkelling like me or scuba diving like Nigel, there is nothing better than seeing the world from a whole new dimension in the care of very good professionals. I'm in the village of Kawak Arası, and the men are playing a fascinating game called OK. It's so lovely to come to a little village, particularly if you are about to embark on a cycling adventure. I'm going mountain biking on one of 15 trails that have been specially curated in the region, and I'm lucky enough to have hired a bike which, well, given that there's quite a lot of ascents and descents during the 33-kilometre route, this one is going to give me a little bit of electrical assistance. It's a dream machine through a dream world. Two wheels provides you with the perfect pace to appreciate the beauty and tranquility of this part of the Dalaman region. There's a wide network of mountain biking trails here, taking you deep into the Turkish countryside, both on quiet local lanes linking villages and more challenging off-road terrain on farm tracks that may be centuries old. The cycling is so good in this part of the world that adventure companies run organised trips lasting a week or more. But if you just want a day of excitement on two wheels, you can cover a fair amount of ground, enjoy the sights and sounds of this Turkish backwater, and build both fitness and appetite. I'm not sure if me or the bike have got muddier, but this is a great way to spend a day. I've signed up for a morning of rafting with Dalaman Extreme.
Rafting.
And you are the man who started Dalaman Extreme.
Yeah.
So tell me about the idea. What are we going to do today?
Today we do our best and fun, extreme.
That may not be your idea of extreme fun, but fortunately there are plenty of calmer stretches of river where you have time to appreciate your surroundings. While the Turkish coastline is the main draw to this part of the world, the hinterland is accessible and relaxed. It's quite worrying for a number of people who've not been rafting before. What's the most important thing to know?
Actually, they don't need the experience. Most of people comes to us without experience. We teach them how to do this job. First of all, no panic. No panic, no Titanic. And the river is so clear. You can drink even water. And then that much clear.
What a great way to keep fit and have fun in good company. But for me, the best bit is when the paddling stops and you can just let gravity and water take you gently downstream without any immediate obstacles. The extreme Dalaman experience ends with some extreme eating, I'm glad to say, with a barbecue lunch, which is just as well, because after all that paddling, I'm extremely hungry.
No panic, no Titanic.
Marmaris Marina, absolutely lovely. Better still, I'm on my way to meet my friend Boris, who has his own boat and has promised me some hidden adventures. Ah, Boris, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
How are you?
I'm
Thank
cool.
you.
How are you?
It's so beautiful to see your boat.
Yes.
She is lovely and a very nice name too.
Yes, Vanessa. Yes.
Vanessa.
She is beautiful.
She is beautiful. Yes, they normally are. Ha. Marmaris is an excellent gateway to the corrugated Turkish coast.
Turkey has a 4,500 mile shoreline that's longer than the coasts of Spain and Portugal combined. You're spoilt for choice when making your own coastal escape, but Marmaris Bay is a special place for me. It was the location for my first ever Turkish holiday, when I learned to adore this land and water. Whether you're on the shore looking at the sea or taking in nature's corrugated coastline draped in pines while enjoying a swim, Marmaris Bay offers sheer serenity.
Thank you, Boris. Well, it's just perfect. The blue sky, the wonderful water, everything is ideal. Just one thing which would make things even better. Ha ha ha! Heaven. Boris, thank you.
Enjoy.
I'm sorry, only I can drink, but that was perfect. Please tell me about the Marmaris region if you have your own boat. Where do you sail?
Yes, Marmaris is in the middle of Mediterranean and Aegean Sea. And on north coast there is Bodrum, Datça, Kos Island. In southway we have Fethiye, Göcek, Antalya, and just across you can find Rhodos Greek Islands. It's not tough sea. I say we don't have big waves. It's just like you can do all smooth sailing. Every bay has a unique view inside the water. You can do fishing, you can do snorkeling, or just relax and swim.
Boris, lazing on a sunny afternoon has never been more fun. Thank you very much indeed, my
You're
friend.
welcome. It's my pleasure. Always welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And we never did find out who Vanessa is. In my experience, a sailor's life increases significantly towards sunset. My adventure tonight is to explore the old town of Marmaris.
The first settlement here in the Hellenistic era was known as Fiskos, a dependency of the island of Rhodes, which lies beyond Marmaris Bay. The old town took shape once the Seljuk era began 1,000 years ago, bestowing Marmaris with a castle. Under the Ottomans, lovely half-timbered houses were built.
A waterside at sunset is a quintessential travel experience. And here in Marmaris, you'll feel that life has been kind to you. If you've chosen not to bring your yacht to Marmaris, well, the good news is that you can still have a lovely seaside location at the Gioia del Mar Hotel. Come and have a look at the rooms.
Besides good looks night and day, the hotel boasts a Turkish steam bath and a wellness centre. The main appeal, though, of the Gioia del Mar is the proximity to the Mar, the sea. 15 seconds from beach to room. And what a lovely place to rest your head at the end of an adventurous day. Along the Mediterranean coast at Fethiye, I have another seaside favourite.
Yacht Bohem.
A hotel full of surprises. Good ones.
To greet you, the excellent hotel staff Chetin and Emir. But best of all, there's a hotel cat. Yes, there is. This is Jamgus. Oh, stay there. Not enough hotel cats in the world.
Meanwhile, on the second floor,
Yacht Bohem is one of those places that delivers the joy of any journey, which is the surprise when you turn up at room 203 and discover that the first thing you see is a vast and wonderful bath.
oh, there's a bed as well, and mighty comfortable it is too. Everything is designed to ensure your nights are as good as your days, though it may take just a bit of time to work out how to fill the bath. Outside, meanwhile, there's a rather bigger pool, plus a bar full of beautiful people. But I still feel welcome. That's the Turkish story.
Come to Turkey. I mean, it's just the food is amazing, the people are so friendly.